about your arrival in Pennsylvania in time-wise to his arrest, time frame of his arrest?
I believe we arrived there, if memory serves, about 7 p.m. on the 29th. And I think I get my dates right here. We observed final preparations for the SRT operation that was going to take place. And then we being myself and Detective Gilbertson from ISP, drove to a separate Pennsylvania State Police barracks to await the arrival of Mr. Cope.
Okay. And so he waited, he watched the special team, the special response team get ready, but he didn't go along on the raid. But as part of the defense motion to suppress, Jay Logston argued the way the Kohberger family home in Pennsylvania was bashed in was an overreach.
The point is that in this particular case, the state manufactured the exigencies, if they had them at all. The reality is, as they explained in their own affidavit, they're essentially watching Mr. Kohberger as he moves around his house via snipers. I mean, they were quite safe, and there was simply no reason to bash the doors in momentarily after yelling from their Bearcats.
Now, Judge Hippler, in fairness, did point out there were other issues, including safety of the officers and destruction of evidence. But I think there had to be a lot more going on. As we've discussed before, was there really any need for them to go into that house? Apparently, the law enforcement in Pennsylvania, the FBI and the Pennsylvania State Police, had tailed Mr. Kohberger. He would go out for runs. They saw him going into a drugstore. So I just don't buy that they had to go in the middle of the night. The judge does. The judge says, well, there was a potential destruction of evidence. There's the safety of officers. Makes no sense to me because it would have been a lot easier for them to nab Mr. Kohberger in the middle of the day like they did with the suspected Long Island serial killer, nabbing him in the middle of Manhattan in a day. But there's got to be more. There's got to be more behind all the secrecy in this case. Don't you think?
Well, there's got to be more behind the secrecy, but it makes me wonder if that secrecy is going to be lifted. So